Sparka.
Hi, I'm Boogie.
And I'm Tazilla. We're West Coast Dreams.
Hey, I'm Dylan Bell with Loc Files Media.
This is OBG.
Yo, this is Natty Snaps.
Yo, what up? My name is Chunk.
This is
You're listening to
BC Underground Hip.
the Underground Hip Hop.
BC Underground Hip.
The Underground Hip Hop.
BC Underground.
BC Underground Hip Hop Podcast. Get it because you need it.
Love Force all day, motherfucker.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Lil Bukkit. I'm back with the BC Underground Hip Hop Podcast. Got a special guest with us. You can introduce yourself.
FleshxFur, repping Victoria, BC.
Let us know where to get at you on social media.
FleshxFur, so it's spelled FleshxFur, F-U-R, on Instagram.
Just
Facebook.
one R?
What, just one R, yeah. Or just John Welch on Facebook. Just hit me up.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
But
So,
yeah.
I want to get into a little bit about before you started rapping, what you did. You were a photographer, hey?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a photographer still.
Yeah, but like that's what you generally were known as a little bit more so on social media and what. So you had like your FleshxFur photography page, right?
Yeah, dude. It's mainly it started out as John Welch Photography. Actually,
Okay.
It was because it's like dogs, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, and then I wanted to do more like people as well, but I still wanted to do like dogs, so I changed it to FleshxFur Photography,
Right.
and that's kind of where the name came from. And then I also had like a little clothing brand called FleshxFur, Vancouver Island Apparel, and it just made like t-shirts and shit, sold them online, and
Did you see much success with that company?
it was selling. Like I was selling on Etsy and stuff, and
Right.
It was selling. It was
That's
selling
dope.
a little bit online. I just kind of I lost interest in it. I have some of the old t-shirts.
Yeah, but you had some traction. That's dope, though.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure a lot of those people saw you transition. Now, when you started rapping, did you jump right into getting out in the public, or have you been rapping for a long time? Like, how did you start writing and rapping? And do you just freestyle, or do you write and stuff like that? Like, did you start off writing?
It started out like I started just writing. I think I dropped my first song like about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, about 2 years ago. And then I was writing for maybe like 6 months before that.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of ironing things out a little bit more. And like I was writing, I was working with Eddie, I was recording Eddie vocals at Lyric Studio.
Right.
And so I was recording a little bit, but when you're working things out, I just didn't want to like put shit out that was subpar. And
that's really funny. I did that for like 2 years as like heavy set. We just kind of put everything out that we made, and then we ended up creating an EP out of it. And to be honest, all of the recordings, they sound trash because they were like when I started rapping. But then when I did the shows, I got so much better at it. And if I had recorded after doing maybe like the 100 shows or whatever, 200 shows that I had done in that amount of time, totally. I would have had so much of a better sound and a lot more refined sound.
Yeah, I almost want to like go back and re-record songs after I perform them,
right?
Like because they sound so much
cleaner, and you hit all those snares. You hear things differently on stage than when you're actually there. I've noticed actually some big name artists will play unreleased music so they can kind of get a feel, and then they'll go back and record it because they don't want to drop it and then have to go back and try and do another drop. Yeah. Right? Because when you're at that stage, it's like the drop is the drop.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So when you started rapping, you did these Shade 45 freestyles, eh?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that process.
They weren't freestyles. It was demo battles.
Okay.
So it was
a bit about the process of getting into that, hearing about it.
Sure, yeah. So I listened to Shade 45 because I had XM radio in my van. Like I drive around all day when I'm working, so I like to listen to a lot of radio. So I was listening to Lord Sear. He's a resident DJ there.
Okay.
and they always have these demo battles, and they have these other kind of like opportunities for like underground artists to send their shit in if you're not signed.
Right.
So I started sending things out in like as soon as I started putting my music out, and then after I think I sent things in like maybe 3 or 4 times, and then finally they like
Responded to you.
Yeah, then he responded. He's like, "Hey, are you available?" Like I think it was a couple days. In a couple days, I'm like, "Yeah, let's fucking do this."
Yeah, you hopped on the opportunity right away. Hey.
Yeah, totally. Because I wanted to have like enough. Yeah, I wanted to have enough music behind me to like drop that I could actually go through it. But so yeah, and then I started winning, and then I won like 5 in a row, and then they only let you win 5 in a row.
And then they retire you, hey?
Yeah, so that was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty sweet. You got some good exposure, eh?
Yeah, exactly, and a little credibility too, because like when you're just starting, it's like, how do people know if you're good or not? Like, and then if you have some sort of like competition like that, it kind of gives you a little credibility on that.
Yeah, especially in this community, because a lot of people will come out and nobody will have heard of them. They'll be around for a year and they'll say, "Hey, yo, I'm the best rapper in my scene," and then
exactly.
it's like, "Well, where's your credibility?" And they'll get clowned on so hard for it.
Exactly right.
Right, but if you come out, I really respect the way you kind of approached it, and you got some things on your resume to say, "Hey,
no,
I can do
totally.
this. I
It
can
worked.
stand."
I'm thinking of sending some more shit in soon. Like I was talking to Harry, Mr. ESQ, the other day, and
Right.
to send some shit in there too, because fucking easy sweet, man. You should do it.
Yeah. Have
But
you?
honestly, anybody that's watching this, underground rappers, just send your shit in. It's like, I don't know what it is, but if you look it up, or if you just DM me or something,
Yeah. Send you the links.
It's but you just email your stuff in, and they just pick people. They need to fill spots, so just like do it, and it helps.
Yeah,
So,
that's fire.
yeah.
So, have you ever been approached by anyone in the battle rap scene, like some of the promoters, to get involved with maybe doing a battle?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, I've been hit up. I don't have a battle like a battle rap.
You haven't done battle rap, eh? Like
No.
not even like freestyle with someone, or
I'm not a good freestyler either. Like
yeah.
I've been interested in though. Like I saw there was an event coming up, and I was like,
You know that the battle rap community writes 3 rounds, so they give you about a month ahead of time to write 3 like 16 to 32 round or 32 bar rounds.
Yeah.
So it's basically like 2 verses for so like 6 verses or 3 verses basically. I did 16s one time and it felt hella short, man. So short.
Right.
It was like 45-second rounds, right? And people were like, "Why are you just doing 16s?" And I at the time I just wasn't really ready for it. But I've definitely your style seems like it would fit well. Like you have good cadences. I could see you really stacking up against some of Vancouver's best battlers. But it's really, some people it's just not for them. Like I've seen a couple posts in BC Underground with people saying, if I sign up for a battle, you can't say this to me, and that will never fly in battle rap. Like someone's gonna say anything to piss you off and get you so to the point where you'll lose the battle. Totally. That's the point. That's the point, right? Like you're trying to win.
Dig up shit, right?
Yeah. So
it's entertaining to watch. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, I can take it. Like whatever they got to say about.
Exactly. It's like it depends. Like some people, if you got nothing to talk, like nothing that bothers you or nothing that they can dig up, then I mean, like really, what do you have to lose, right?
Yeah, I got shit they can dig up though. That's the thing.
Everybody does, right? Everybody's got dirt.
I hate that part of rap. I hate getting clowned on and like when you drop a song and there's just people are just shitting on you. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? The vocal part of people that, or the vocal part of your crowd, are generally like the 10% that are willing to talk back, and the portion of that hate is probably the bigger portion of the people that respond. And then the people that love your music, they don't even consider listening, like going on to social media or talking to it. They just listen to it and like it. That's where you get your plays. And then the people that are out there talking, they don't even really listen. They've listened to it like once or twice and like, nah, this ain't for me. And then they just talk shit. So really, they don't have no valuable input. Like negative comments and stuff like that, they shouldn't even be looked at.
I don't know. I try not to look at them. I try not to let them.
That's good, man. That's a good way to kind of make yourself not think about it. Just don't even look at them.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
for sure. Can you hear my dogs in the background?
it's all good, man. Dogs are the shit.
Okay.
I like dogs on podcasts. I don't know other people. Fucking, cool. I know there's one podcaster I listen to. He's always fucking calling his dog an incel for barking. You can't even hear it.
Which one's that? I'm trying to think. Is that
It's Crystalia.
Crystalia. Oh yeah.
His congratulations podcast. Butters, you fucking incel.
Yeah, I
like
pretty good.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. So, what kind of music do you make? I'd like to ask this question and get people's take on what they think their music sounds like. Like, what kind of music do you think you make?
I make music. It's kind of like fuck you music.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just a lot of, I don't know. Recently, it's just a lot of like kind of, a lot of like fuck the world.
Like just kind of redemption music, kind of in a sense.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just kind of, when I go to write, it just comes out that way, and I think it sounds good, and it's in the hip hop nature to just be like, just calling people out and just making these broad statements of like how good you are, how you stack up against other people, and
the bravado music, right?
The bravado. It's kind of that bravado music, but it's this new album I'm working on. It's more like I'm really tightening up on the sound and just like the syllables and going fast, and but it's good. It's good. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, how you don't know how to like. So I guess another way to put it was how do you think you would describe your sound?
How do I describe my sound?
Like would you say it's like metal influenced hip hop? Is it like obviously not jazzy considering it's that style, right?
It's a little like, it's influenced by like some 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s hip hop, and like metal or just like screamo type shit. That's what's
okay.
Influenced.
Yeah,
like Jay-Z, my top three like rappers: Jay-Z,
just what I was gonna ask you.
DMX.
Yeah, Jay-Z,
M, and DMX, and then
DMX, eh?
Lil Wayne as well. If I can.
Lil Wayne's huge, man. A lot of people sleep on Wayne, but he's massive. From before to even later on. I don't really fuck with him playing guitar personally. That was the one thing I could not stand.
No.
But everything else I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Wayne's in my top 5 for sure.
Who would you say your biggest influences are? Do you think your top 5 influence you, or do you have other influences that you haven't mentioned?
So like I definitely like Smashing Pumpkins.
Hey, you got influences from other genres of music. That's huge.
Oh, for sure. Like Smashing Pumpkins, Jack Johnson, like Alexis on Fire. I don't know. Led Zeppelin, like a lot of some metal shit.
Do you play any instruments?
A little bit. Like I play a little bit of everything. Little piano, little drums, little guitar.
Yeah, that's really dope. That's good to be really well rounded with music. Do you understand theory?
Music theory? No, I haven't studied it.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I've heard that word. That's it.
Yeah, personally, dude, I played guitar for like 15 years, and I just taught myself a tablature, which is basically numbers. I'm sure you understand. You know what tablature is if you've played.
Tabs, like reading tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just played guitar tabs, and like, I was great at it, but
it's fun. I'd like to like actually bring that into my music a little bit. Have like an acoustic.
For some reason,
double up with, like a local fucking guitar player or something, doing some acoustic and do a little bit of that.
Yeah, I always felt really, I don't know if this is the right word, but constricted in my creativity with guitar. Like when I looked at scales and everything like that, I would see like the pentatonic scale, it's a 2-step, and I just wouldn't. I couldn't personally think of things that would sound great put together with that. So
Right.
when I started writing, like the amount of words you can use and what you can say and how you can say so much more with so much less, and all of the different writing devices that you can use in writing, it really opened my world from writing on a guitar with just scales and
Yeah.
such a limited amount of expressive
Exactly.
ability to express yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then you kind of use your voice as an instrument too.
Oh, totally.
Right. So
Yeah, because when I started rapping, I used to use the higher vocals, like like when you talk. I don't even want to do it, but like now I've transitioned to using more bassy tones, and I'm kind of having trouble getting out of this croaky voice for some reason. Oh man, someone's calling me.
yeah, I mean, I play around with voice too, and why for the first 6 months or so I didn't put anything out. I was just like still playing with my voice. I still didn't know what I wanted to sound like. Like I'd write something and I'd rap it and I'd hear it in my head and then I'd go record it and then I'd listen to it and it wouldn't be the same song that I was hearing. Like it was like, what's wrong with my voice? Like until I could rap it the way I wanted it and it would sound that way after.
Do you put kind of like a attention on your voice?
Attention?
Yeah, like do you kind of speak with like you've obviously flexed your diaphragm, but then with your vocals, do you add like a higher pitch like squeeze
I guess so.
on them?
I don't know what you'd call it. I just kind of like it just kind of happens.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it's the way it comes out, right?
It's the way it comes out. For sure.
Yeah, dude. That's really dope. So what's your project called that you're gonna be dropping? When are you gonna be dropping it?
I haven't picked a name yet. I think I have most of the songs. I'm thinking I have one more song that I've written, and I'm gonna record it still and put that on there.
Do you have like a complete track list that you think you're gonna do?
Not quite, because I have most of them. Like, so not the complete. I think I might put of what I've released already. I might still throw bait and tackle on there.
Yeah.
And just like there's like 7 or 8 new songs.
That's dope.
Or so. But yeah, it'll be good. I got Junk and King Ben's on there.
Oh yeah.
And
Ben Walton, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's dope. Crazy. He sent me that video he just dropped of him like rapping for like 6 minutes, spitting straight bars the whole time, man. Oh, my fucking face melted when I watched that.
Yeah, his Jihad shit. I heard
that Jihad John or something, right?
It was a Jihad freestyle over the ISIS beat.
Yeah, basically.
And, and he's a monster. He was just here the other day. We hang a lot. Like he's really helped me like develop as an artist. And,
how long's he been around the scene?
He's been around the scene for a minute. Like I don't know how long. Like he's been around a while. But
yeah.
Maybe he just hasn't dropped a.
I think I lost you for a sec there.
Yeah.
All right. So you were talking about how long you've known King Ben in the scene just right before he crashed.
So I'm not sure how long he's been in the scene, but he's dropping some new stuff soon. He's on October 6th, I think.
Yeah.
Him and Mr. Yesq are gonna be at the Snack the Ripper show in Victoria, and they'll be debuting their new album, The 7 Virtues.
That's fire.
And they're like when I finish a song and I get it recorded, I send it to these two because they're my I respect them the most as far as lyrically as in my friends, and they get
Mr. Eskimo's crazy too. He's got fucking bars up, that guy.
Absolutely, and he's coming with a lot of new shit soon too. So
I've noticed that. He works with Confidential, doesn't he?
He has, yeah.
They used to do quite a bit of music, right?
Yeah, he does. With Prada West, he did a full album with Prada. Yeah,
that's right.
He works with everybody. He works harder than anybody I fucking know. Like he's put it out, I don't know how many albums in the amount of time I put out one. So yeah. Guys got to work hard, right? I was at his house today actually, and we were talking about actually putting together him and Ben's maybe even full album.
That's fire, man.
So who knows?
Yeah, hopefully that gets in the works. Let's talk a little about your track with Junk. How did that come into works? Are you guys how long have you known Junk?
Not that long. I mean, let's see. When did he finally like recognize me? Because I've known of Junk for a while.
Of course.
And I've just looked up to him as like a trailblazer. Like he's an amazing artist. Came from the battle scene, and he seems to be transcending from like going from that underground rapper to the next level.
Yeah,
and he's someone that we all fucking look up to. So Ben's actually hooked that up. Junk. I think the first time he recognized me was when that "Don't Play" I dropped with A1 went out. And then it was fire. I think he might have reached out or something and said it was dope. But
it always feels good when someone you look up to and have looked up to for a while reaches out to you, eh?
Right? Yeah, absolutely. And then when he was doing it on his tour, his tour manager, or I think him, they both hit me up saying they wanted me to open for him because he was trying to like handpick who would be in some of the cities. And
right.
So I was like, yeah. And so I met him at the show. He's like one of the nicest guys. And then he got on track with me and Ben's, and it's a pretty good one. It'll go hard. You'll like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it, man. We'll definitely be checking that out. So, where can people get at you on the like streaming sites like YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music?
Across the board, it's FleshxFur. So Flesh, FleshxFur. YouTube, Spotify is just distributed to all the streaming, and then I'm on Instagram as well, Facebook.
Fire, man. Well, everybody, they can all use check out the gentleherb.com. They can use Bukkit Season for discount code 15% off. $180 is free shipping. That's THEGENTLE.com. Discount code Bukkit Season, BKTSZN.
Get that ad revenue, buddy. Get it.
That's what's up. All right, bro. We're gonna be out of here, and it's nice having you on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We'll see you later.
Peace, brother.
See you.
This is FleshxFur.
Hi, I'm Boogie.
And I'm Tazilla. We're West Coast Dreams.
Hey, I'm Dylan Bell with Low Files Media.
This is OBG.
Yo, this is Natty Snaps.
Yo, what up? My name is Junk.
This is
You're listening to
You're listening to
BC Underground Hip.
the Underground Hip Hop.
BC Underground Hip.
The Underground Hip Hop.
BC Underground.
BC Underground Hip Hop Podcast. Get it 'cause you need it.
Love Force all day, motherfucker.